As Jack was walking home from the office, he seemed to disappear among the golden rays of the evening sun. His mind was filled with the secrets and betrayals of Kayla he had learned about. These pieces of information came from a colleague at work, a voice laden with guilt who had accidentally revealed Kayla's plans. Discovering that Kayla was in pursuit of her own happiness had sparked a storm of anger inside Jack. Yet, this anger had transformed into a calm preparation. Taking control of himself, he braced for what was to come. At the dinner table, everything changed with Kayla's tense voice starting with, "We need to talk." Despite the storm raging in his heart, Jack tried to project a calm and collected demeanor. Kayla took a deep breath, trying to gather her thoughts while avoiding seeing the disappointment and sadness in Jack's eyes. Taking another deep breath, Kayla began, "You know, I think it's time for us to try new things, to better understand ourselves." Jack momentarily froze, trying to grasp what Kayla was implying. And then the bombshell dropped. "I want an open relationship," said Kayla, without looking away from Jack. Jack's response was unexpectedly calm and absurd. "I'd be delighted to share my wife," he said, trying to hide the irony and anger behind his statement. This absurd reaction surprised Kayla. "Really?" she said, skeptical. Jack, smiling for a moment, replied, "Of course not, Kayla. That's the most ridiculous idea I've ever heard." This unexpected and absurd dialogue instantly tensed the atmosphere. While Kayla was unsure how to react to Jack's peculiar response, Jack took another sip of his coffee and continued, "But let's be serious. Your happiness is of utmost importance to me. So, I'll try to understand why you're considering this idea." This scene demonstrated the tension in their relationship and at the same time, Jack's love and understanding for Kayla. Although Jack rejected this absurd proposition, he tried to respect Kayla's feelings and needs. In the hours that followed, Jack and Kayla talked more about their relationship. While Jack listened to Kayla's desires and needs, Kayla tried to understand Jack's concerns and limitations. This challenging conversation opened a new chapter in their relationship. Jack and Kayla's story took an unexpected turn from that night onward. Both entered a long and difficult period of reflection on the future of their relationship. Their open and honest conversations exposed the deep conflicts and incompatibilities in their relationship. Despite their deep love and respect for each other, they eventually decided that separating was the healthiest decision for both of them. Contrary to expectations, the divorce process was carried out quite civilly. Both tried to leave behind the experiences and the feelings of anger and sorrow they had towards each other. After the divorce, Jack and Kayla began to reshape their lives. After the divorce, Jack, turning his home into a sort of monastery, immersed himself in the calm waters of meditation and yoga. One morning, looking in the mirror, he realized the reflection showed him the self he had lost years ago. "Maybe it's time to teach myself a warrior's dance," he muttered to himself, and he did just that. Every morning, in his garden, with virtual swords in hand, he began to perform a unique dance ritual. Although the neighbors whispered, "Jack has finally lost it." For Jack, this was an expression of an internal battle and victory. Jack's monastic life not only brought him inner peace, but also made him a YouTube phenomenon. His sword meditation videos reached millions. When invited to a talk show one day, he said, "Actually, these swords taught me that everything in life is a form of meditation. Even this interview is a kind of meditation," leaving the host and audience bewildered. Kayla, on the other hand, plunged into the freedom of an open relationship. Initially, this freedom was satisfying. However, over time, she realized that being with a different man every day was slowly depleting her soul. 6 months later, waking up one morning to find a man she didn't recognize in her bed, she thought, "What kind of life is this? I can't even remember the name of the man from the day before." This was her moment of awakening. Kayla, experiencing the collapse of her soul, realized that true happiness lies in deep, meaningful connections. Kayla's journey took a new turn when she encountered an old flame one day. He said to her, "Every moment with you feels like it's straight out of a sitcom episode." Pondering this absurd comment, Kayla realized that true happiness lies in genuinely knowing oneself and others. This discovery led her on a new adventure, perhaps towards true love.